I told you this was coming. The offseason madness is officially here, and the NFL world is on fire. The scouting combine is just around the corner, and with it comes a flood of rumors. Some true, some totally ridiculous. Will the Las Vegas Raiders make a bold move? Trade up? Trade down? Snag a star quarterback? Or could we see a shocking free agent signing? One thing is for sure, social media is about to explode with wild takes. You'll see accounts like NFL Insider Scout 2216 throwing out crazy trade rumors left and right. But how many of them are actually real? Well, this one has some weight to it. According to multiple trusted NFL insiders, the Raiders are eyeing Matthew Stafford, and guess who's personally trying to bring him in? Tom Brady. Yes, the Tom Brady is making calls to recruit a Super Bowl-winning QB to Las Vegas. But before we dive into the details, let me ask you something important. Are you subscribed? If you love getting the subscribe, like, and turn on notifications so you never. All right, back to the breaking news. Why is Brady reaching out? Could this actually happen? Let's get into it. This news is big, and it's not just a rumor. Respected NFL insiders are now linking the Las Vegas Raiders to a blockbuster move for Matthew Stafford. Here's what's happening. Stafford has been given the green light by the Rams to explore other teams and see what his market looks like. After 2 weeks of discussions with different teams, Stafford has reportedly told the Rams he wants $50 million a year. Yes, you heard that right, $50 million. And now, the Raiders have emerged as a serious contender to land him. But here's where things get even crazier. Tom Brady is involved. Sources are saying that Brady, now a minority owner of the Raiders, has personally reached out to Stafford's camp to talk about bringing him to Las Vegas. This changes everything. Now, before we break down what this means for the Raiders, let me ask you, are you subscribed? If not, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, like this video, and turn on notifications so you stay ahead of every breaking story. This offseason is wild, and you don't want to miss a thing. All right, back to Stafford. The Rams are hesitant to give him the deal he wants, and they're letting the rest of the league decide his value. Meanwhile, the Raiders desperately need a top quarterback, and Stafford is still one of the best. Last season's stats? Nearly 4,000 yards, a 63% completion rate, 24 touchdowns, and a 93 quarterback rating, all while missing just a game or two in the last 2 years. Could the Raiders pull off this move? And is Stafford really worth $50 million? Let's break it down. Let's get straight to the point. Matthew Stafford is still elite. 66% completion rate, 3,762 passing yards, 20 touchdowns, only 8 interceptions. And let's not forget, his team was 1 game away from the NFC Championship. He did that at 37 years old in a brutal snowstorm against the Eagles. Now, here's something to think about. Aaron Rodgers is 41 and still considered a top-tier quarterback. That means Stafford could have at least 4 more solid years left. Rodgers is only costing $25 million right now, but if he were 37, he'd be demanding $50 million. Stafford isn't asking to be the highest-paid player in football. He just wants to be paid like a top 10 quarterback. And guess what? He is one. So what's the holdup? Listen, I don't want to sound dramatic, but the Raiders need to stop overthinking this. Stafford is a Super Bowl champion, a probable Hall of Famer, and one of the best pure passers in the game today. He can make every throw. He plays through injuries. He wins. This team is finally being built the right way. An improved O-line, solid weapons, and a stronger defense. Stafford wouldn't just be protected physically. He'd be given the right system and support to succeed. And yet, people are still saying, maybe we should just draft a quarterback in the 3rd round and wait 3 years for him to develop. No. Enough of that. Win. Right. Now, quarterbacks like Stafford rarely become available. And even rarer, they actually want to play for us. The last time that happened? Russell Wilson. And we passed. Let's not make that mistake again. So the real question is, are the Raiders bold enough to make this happen? We all want to win. The Raiders want to win. Pete Carroll wants to win. And guess what? The window is open right now. Yes, $50 million is a massive price tag. That's nearly half of our cap space, more than what most teams in the league even have. But here's the reality. We'd still have another $50 million left. We could re-sign key defensive pieces. We could extend Max Crosby. We could bring in one more elite free agent, and we could still build through the draft. Pete Carroll has made one thing crystal clear. There is no rebuild. This team isn't waiting around. We're going for it. So what's stopping the Raiders from making it happen? Would I trade the number 6 pick for Stafford? But would I give up a future first-rounder? Absolutely. Because you don't wait for a championship. You go and take it. And here's another thing. This front office gets it. They aren't letting talent walk away. They're locking down key defensive players. They've already said they want Max Crosby here for the long haul. This team is being built the right way. Now they just need the right quarterback. And here's what's crazy. I called this. I said it before anyone else. Months ago, I threw out the idea of Cliff Kingsbury as OC. And guess what? It almost happened. Pete Carroll? I said he could be a real option before anyone even considered it. Brock Bowers falling to us? I called that too. And now, Matthew Stafford to the Raiders? I said it before the season even ended. And now, it's real. The question is, will the Raiders take the shot? Because the time for talking is over. It's time to go and win. All right, buckle up, because things are getting wild. Imagine this. The Rams move on from Matthew Stafford, sign Aaron Rodgers for a one-year Super Bowl push, and then Sean McVay retires to Amazon like he's James Bond. Sounds crazy, right? Well, guess what? It's officially weird. And now we've got Tom Brady stepping in saying, "We'll make the deal happen. We'll get you your contract. Let's do this." Now, here's where it gets interesting. What if Stafford himself says he wants to be a Raider? At that point, the Rams might just say, "Fine, we won't ask for the number 6 pick. What's your best offer?" And let's be real, the NFL isn't scripted, but it sure feels like a TV show. Right now, we're watching the next chapter unfold. Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly, Patrick Graham, Tom Brady, and now Matthew Stafford being recruited to be the face of the Raiders. Other teams can't compete with the Raiders. Let's talk facts. Who else can realistically afford Stafford? The Browns? Nope. The Giants? Absolutely not. The Titans? Maybe. But do they really feel closer to winning than we do? And for the people saying, the Raiders don't have enough weapons, wake up. We have 2 1,000-yard receivers. One had a perfect season, 0 drops. The other, a rookie who made first-team All-Pro. How many other teams Stafford would even consider, can say that? Exactly. 0. Now, add a solid running back, and guess what? This year's draft class is absolutely stacked with them. We'll find our guy. And let's not forget,